позаканчиваем. Все, я сказал. Как говорится, мое слово моча, или так не говорится. Короче, в любом случае заканчиваем. Заебался. Так, осталось допросить этого мужика, которого отвез вратая. Вратая? Это нормально звучит. Типа, завез вратая. Звучит прикольно. Так, ты кто? Слышь? Вот. Можем с ним подраться? Я думал, это кулак, как во время Советского Союза, типа. А я его буду раскулачивать. Ладно. Не будем хорошим. Чем там стоит вообще? Он корчмарь разве? Корчмари так могут вставать. Это какой-то писарь. Как насчет торговаться? Бенедикт. Overwatch, что ли? Ладно, неважно. Ебать, я что тэпнулся вперед, вы видели? Точнее, не тэпнулся, а двинулся так плавненько. Ну, программист, так сказать, хороший. Не, реально хороший, здесь очень мало багов. Ну, конечно, боевая система, это, конечно, кал. Кто придумывал, тот мудак полнейший. Такую боевую систему мог придумать только конченый человек. Причем об этом уже 1000 раз говорили. И они ничего не сделали, они такие оставили. Я понимаю, что типа, поменять боевку прям во время того, как уже игра релизнулась и вышла, это, конечно, такое себе, но можно же было что-то сделать, облегчить как-нибудь. Но нет, они все-таки оставили, поэтому как минимум, то есть максимум игра будет 8 из 10. Но это не 8 из 10. Точнее, 9 из 10, но оно будет где-то 8 из 10, потому что тут квесты еще есть такие неприятные. Пойди принеси 10 оленьих почек. Какого хуя, блять? В чем это какое отличие этого говна от говна Говарда, так сказать, Тода? Пойди в пещеру, убей бандитов. Пойди в пещеру, убей, не знаю, некромантов. Блять. Да, блин, что за зависание? Там мне ж ничего не открыто даже. Куда нам надо-то? Вот. Текст. Не знаю, хорошая ли это день ночью будить. Ля, тачек. Че, как у тебя дела? Бля.
I went to parley with Wolf.
So how did that go?
I convinced him to take his gang.
Really? I knew you were no fool, but that's something else. You're a born diplomat.
Зря недооценивал нас.
Don't be so modest.
Надо выпить. Выпить-то я не против. Помощник. Чей помощник? Или это как помощник в этом Far Cry? Ой, ебать. Добрый день.
There's the man. Good work, Henry.
Thank you, sir.
I'd tell you to take a well-earned rest, but unfortunately I need one.
Whatever you command.
Jezek refuses to talk to us. The stubborn bastard.
Me?
Indeed. Normally I'd send for Captain Burner to beat it out of him, but then I told myself
I'll try to get something out of him. Where is he?
he's locked up in the tower. Bernard will give you the key.
Very well, sir.
Понимаю. А что со мной-то? Где Бернард? Блин. Ну, го заберем. Так.
Don't let your imagination run away with you. It's just a spot of bad luck. There's worse things. Look around you. There's Sigismund and his Tatar hordes marauding all over the country.
You! What the hell are you fooling about here for? Be off right now or I'll... Are you looking for someone? What the...
Он, кстати, на Бернарда был похож. Блин, а я не знаю, где Бернард. Снизу, возможно. Но это не факт. Может, он где-то бродит, ходит? Тоже, мне кажется, вариант. Слышь, солдат, уйди нахер. Ай, бля, точно, здесь же даже выхода наверх. Да уйди. Где Бернард? Ты Бернард? А вот он, ё. Снег Бернард разлегся.
I need the key to Jezek's.
So Radzig let him have his way in the end. He should have let me beat some answers out of him.
Не, максимум бы он выбил ему зубы.
Don't take it that way. He
Yeah.
probably wants to talk to me because he reckons he can hoodwink me.
Just try not to mess it up.
Thanks.
Блин, он заебал, я же доказал, что я тупо крут. Че же он
Can
выебывается?
I ask?
Thank you.
И ладно, тупо вопрос, на который я уже знаю ответы. Че, может, переход совершить? Блин, мне бы покушать, кстати. Ой, тут есть что покушать? Или мне надо было поспать? По-моему, мне надо было поспать, если не ошибаюсь. Сытость, энергия. А, нет, все нормально. Мне надо было покушать все-таки. Че это? Лошадь Бернарда. Так. Ну что, гусь сюда. Так. Такс. Блин,
Hey, Henry's come to see us.
что ты там делал, господин? Пануш. Гануш. Ну, блин, Пануш это звучит сокращение от Пангануш. Пануш. Ну, а че, нормально, буду его так и называть. Тогда я не знаю, куда мне идти. Они не сказали, что он в какой-то башне. А что такое башня? Не, а что такое тауэр? Это башня. Как туда подняться? Блин, жаль, что тут нету лифта, как в Игре Престолов на стене. Чтоб какие-то дебилы просто этот лифт поднимали вверх-вниз, вверх-вниз. Было бы круто. Это есть башня? Что мне кажется, нет. Можно? Нет, нельзя. А что делать? Как туда пройти-то? Так, а ну-ка. Что по карте? Нет, тут почти вот рядом-рядом. Осталось понять, как туда забраться можно. А вот тут, наверное, можно. Да. Надеюсь. Открыть. Да. Отлично. Опа, опа, опа. Блин, интересно, а почему мне запрещено здесь ходить? Я же все-таки как бы стражник этого города. Я же еще не отказался от этой службы. Или меня уволили, когда я напал на датчика. Блин, а где он? Тут ж, блин, где? Так. Чё, все-таки он, прости. Может, он реально вот тут? Типа, в халупе? Да, блин, походу он тут. Блин, а чё мне сказали, там башня такая? Так, стоп, нет, вот тут нету. А где он тогда? Да, не понимаю. Да. Что-то непонятно. А, блин, точно. Возможно, он в тюрьме. Вот тут. Сейчас. Но хотя это все равно далековато. Где тюрьма? Так, а что мне тут было еще? Отомкнуть. О. Отомкнуть. А он там? А, да, вот он. Пойдем поговорим. Пан Ежик.
Well, finally, I've had quite a wait.
Why do you want to talk to me, of all people?
You brought me here. You should consider it an honor.
У меня есть несколько
Sorry to say
вопросов.
I have a lot of questions.
Well, there you are then. It did cross my mind, though, that it might be nice to get some assurances for my cooperation. After all, I'm the one the Margraven justly declared the scourge of the land and expelled from Moravia. They even pulled my beautiful castle down. It was the necessity of making a living that forced me to take some liberties.
Кстати, под сомнением Марграфа. Блин, я не знаю, как пойти таким, ну, жестким путем идти нет возможности. Ну, точнее, если я вот нажму на этот вариант диалога, он начнет: ты че, бич, не веришь мне?
I suppose there's some truth in that. I may speak with Sir Radzig and he might pardon you, but not unless you start talking.
О, во, нормально.
Very well, ask me anything you want. I won't be obstructive.
What I want to know most of all is who's behind it. Who were you making those forgeries for?
Do you think I couldn't have handled it all myself?
I'm not trying to insult you. It's just not a job one man could do alone.
All right, the way it began was I was short of coin, as usual. So I let those crimps in Sasau recruit me.
Recruit you into what?
I didn't inquire too much. In this business, you don't ask too many questions. But when they found out I wasn't just anybody, they put me in charge of the counterfeiting. A foreigner by the name of Eric gave me instructions. But for sure, he isn't the chief. And there's someone highly placed at the monastery who's mixed up in it too. But I don't know who.
Как вы узнали о вербовщиках? Давайте
How
по
did you come to
порядку.
hear of all this business?
I met some old friends in Colleen a few months ago, and they said they were heading for Sasau, that armed men were being recruited.
Сазава, оказывается, такая адская дыра.
Old friends? Who were they?
Just a couple of brigands. We used to ambush the Margrave's messengers in Moravia together.
Nice friends you keep.
I was in dispute with the Margrave. A man in my position finds himself mixed up with all sorts.
And then what?
Rapota and I had been living off stale crusts for a month, so I wasn't going to turn down the chance of work, honest or otherwise. We rode to Sasau and met with the recruiters. It didn't take long to realize I was a nobleman fallen on hard times, not some common peasant.
Can you get to the point?
Well, they introduced me to this Eric, and he told me what was needed. They set up the workshop, got the men, the supplies, everything.
Те.
Crimps. You're telling me this Eric is recruiting armed men in Sasau?
Well, it seems so. I was giving the recruiters some of the coins to do it. The fake ones, of course.
Where can I find the recruiting gang?
That's tricky. It was my friends who led me to them. We met with them in the woods next to Sasau. It's about who you know, as always.
You said you gave them money. Where was that?
They'd ride to the mine gallery to see me. I don't suppose you'd find them there now.
If you say so.
Так, Эрик.
Eric. You reckon he's not the one in charge?
He puts on airs, but he's just a naive young pup. And he's always going on about his lord, though he never mentioned him by name.
Where can I find this Eric? You must have had some meeting place.
He used to come to the workshop unannounced. And after what's happened, I doubt he'll be showing his face there again.
This highly placed person at the monastery, what can you tell me about him?
I've no idea who he is, only that he's no small fry. After all, he handles the exchange of the forgeries in Passau.
I see.
Блин, в монастыре, понимаете? Насколько надо быть пидорасом, чтобы в монастыре ну, типа, грешить.
That'll do me for the moment.
Will you put in a word for me with Sir Radzig? I'll swear allegiance to him if he'll have me. I'm sick of being a renegade.
I can try, but I can't promise you anything.
Я попытаюсь. Все-таки он все рассказал. Возможно, даже всю правду. Типа, пощадить, ну, типа, я не против, чтобы его пощадили, но не возвращать же ему власть. Правильно, правильно. Чуть кого тут нету даже. Эх. Никакого веселья. Так, где понравится? Ща умру, блин. Бегать это вредно для здоровья. Это факт. Тут что ли? Нет, это всего лишь тачек. А вот тут, кстати, кобыла, походу. Даже доспехи не снимает.
So what
Круто.
have you learned?
All sorts of things. There's some foreigner called Eric behind the counterfeiting ring, and someone highly placed at the monastery.
The monastery? Really?
That's what Yezhek claimed.
So it's worse than I thought. If this is true, we'll have to proceed with the utmost caution.
Why? Can't we just go to the monastery to investigate?
No. If the church is truly involved, I have no authority.
So what will you do?
I'll have to think about it. It won't be an easy nut to crack. I'll have to consult with Hanush. And what of this Eric? Who is he?
I don't know, but he's recruiting armed men in Sasau and forming an army.
Damn. So it looks like Pribyslavitz wasn't the end of it.
It most certainly wasn't, sir. And what's more, Sir Yezhek is convinced this Eric is only...
You should return to Sasau and take a closer look at those recruiters. If they're going to attack, we must find out sooner.
It might not be as straightforward as that. Sir Yezhek...
You'll have to manage somehow, my lad. Don't tell me there's an armed force amassing here. Nobody knows.
I'm not sure where to start.
Then ask around the alehouses and... Whatever you do, what we want...
Так чем мне репутацию, кстати, понизили, какого черта?
Sir, there's one more... Sir Yezhek went with me without resistance, because...
My boy, my boy. You make promises in my name? That could turn out very bad, but if it can prevent bloodshed, why the hell not? But I can't say yet what will become of him.
Блин,
As you command, sir.
у меня репутация понизилась 2 раза. Батя, за шо? Я же обещал поговорить, а не обещал отпустить. Хер с ним. My boy, my boy. Так, мне же тут кроватка была. Это моя? Вроде бы да. Текс. У меня, кстати, там книжки появились. Ну, книжки это уже на потом. Так. Сейчас вернусь. Так, поменять. Сейчас приду. Ну чё, го? Сазаву тогда? Или куда там надо было идти? Да, Сазава, блин, не любит меня в этом городе, кстати. Хуй с ним. Не любят, так полюбят. Глядечко, все офигенно, меня не... По-моему, там же и живет священник. Так, с чего начнем-то? Но, мне кажется, кстати, ну, тут ближе, ладно, спросим у этого чела. Их, блин, не могу говорить, поэтому буду называть его просто челом.
I've got a few questions for you, Bailiff, if you don't mind. Have you been having some trouble around here?
And what business is it of yours? Did someone complain? Who sent you here?
Слышь?
Complained, though I'd be interested to know why you think they might. It was Lord Radzig who sent me. He'd heard word that some unsavory characters are holed up round here.
Begging your pardon, but what the devil does Sir Radzig care about it? And I keep hearing the same from Sir Sebastian. And he's got no dog in this fight.
Слышь, ты вообще челя охерел?
You have an inn and the horse trails cross here. There must be many
Aye, it's true. Bedlam has broken out once or twice, and restoring
Кто он вообще такой?
Has there been anything like that lately?
No. It's been quiet here late. I don't recall coming across anyone here like that.
Nobody looking for soldiering work, maybe as a merchant's guard?
There's always one or two like that. But if they don't get...
I heard some recruiters and...
Do you think that people here complain and I don't do my job? Nothing of the sort. Old Lederman's the only one that comes...
And what does this Lederman...
Lederman is our local tanner. Lives by the quarry.
They go there to fight and that doesn't bother you?
Why would it bother me? Much better to brawl there than in the tavern. At least in the quarry.
Блин, какой же он урод, ненавижу этого чела. Надо вырубить. Похуй вообще на него. Пошли. Не будем с ним больше общаться. Пидорас последний. Еще идиоты называют. Что за люди? Что за люди? Так, да, кожевенник скачем, получается. Не, я хотел вообще... Го? А, стоп. Короче, меня уже поспрашивать нету смысла. Ну, ладно. Один аж кожевенник. Срочно нужен мод, который меняет всех кожевников на Вандерхольма, короче. Так.
Tanner, I've heard all's not...
It's better now.
No, I mean you've complained about some ruffians raising hell behind your house.
Aye, true enough. That lot's been a thorn in my side.
Так, где их найти?
When are they there?
Nearly every evening. Every god-forsaken evening.
How many of them are there?
How would I know?
And did they all attack you?
Aye. They knocked the...
And nobody does a thing about it?
I've been to the bailiff, but he couldn't give a rat's arse. There's no commotion and...
That's quite a
Ну, я насрал бы на месте кожевника под дверью этого мэра.
If you want, I'll take care of it.
Well, you look like you could move mountains, but there are several...
Perhaps we'll be able to settle things peacefully.
Maybe.
Perhaps I can reason with them. It doesn't have to come to...
Well, break a leg, lad. Or better yet, don't. God be with you.
А, так. Ну, тут, получается, не шумят. Ну, давайте дождемся вечера. Эх, стоп, мне бы покушать. Блин, блинский, я заебался уже. Можно... Там же был этот... Ай, блядь, надо покушать быстрее. Дайте покушать. Здесь поближе что-нибудь. Покажи мне. Далеко. Лошадь. Надо бежать купить себе капусты какой-нибудь. Нет, картошки. Зачем есть капуста, если есть картошка? На меня что-то нашло. Так, что у вас есть? Колбасы есть, ну нормально.
Good day to you.
Good. Я бы даже сказал, колбаса. Копченая колбаса. В чем разница? 27 восполняет. Неплохо. Это на свежесть. Срок хранения 5 дней. 5 дней. О, сушеное мясо бесконечно можно хранить. Все. И смолец тоже. Ну, понимаю, сушеное мясо. И колбасу, чтобы сейчас скушать. Я поторгуюсь. Мне не нравятся торговки вот здесь, в этой игре. Не, можем попробовать. Ебать, 52 монеты, ничего хильного.
That's not enough. Aye, that would do.
Да. Не, я типа знал, что сушеное мясо подольше хранится, но я думал все равно какое-то ограниченное время, но нет. Надо было еще одну колбасу взять. Что тут продается? Овощи. Яблочко возьму.
Garlic soup for the win. Good afternoon. Take care.
Чеснок хранится питательность минус 0,5. Так. Хрен, редиска, репа. Огурчика нет? Яблоко? 2 яблока скушаю. Не, блин, яблоко говно какое. 3 яблока скушаю. Может, медовуху? Ну, я медовуху еще возьму. Так, яблочки. Нормально. Ну что, устраиваем здесь бойцовский клуб. А стоп, блин, я еще хотел навык взять. Так. Игрок. Тут, наверное. Странник. Сейчас. О, все. Кайф. Ну, это тоже неплохая тема. Лазутчик. Почему нет? Хотя ладно, пока что пропустим. Ведьмак. Блин, отравление не круто. О, блин, незаметность. Человек дождя. Это ведь сильнее неплохо. Блин, надо эту тему прокачать. Какие тут, блин, вообще есть? Херня себе, тут их много. Потоки. Не понимаю, в чем тут прикол. Наверное, возьму эту штуку. Все, погнали, ждем. Получается теперь. Теперь у меня не должна энергия тратиться, да? Я понимаю. Я же стою на месте. Блин, тратится. Это было бы слишком круто, если бы она не тратилась. Или не тратится. Не знаю. Нормально, вроде не тратится. Это очень полезная вещь. Очень. Че, начнем, гайс? Че шумите? Простой, пень, жертв, сорняк. Я так понял, это банда. Кулак, блин, с кулаком надо поговорить.
I'm looking for work, and I've heard someone.
I've heard they might be looking for a new knacker. So if you're not afraid of carcasses.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Ah, well, you've heard more than I.
The tanner sent me.
Ha! So all his whining finally found it. Let me tell you something first, whelp.
Так, ну все, этот уже получает от меня пизделей из-за щенка.
Old Letterman's only been whining like that since he lost a bit of silver. Didn't bother him before that.
He told me different.
Ha! Of course he did. Otherwise, no one would help him. Go ahead and ask the lads. They'll tell you the same.
I'll take you at your word. But what should I do now?
The way I see it, you've got two choices. Screw that old liar and leave him be.
Да я, блин, хочу приступить к делу, если честно. Нахуй они шумят.
What do you mean, get down to business?
Well, you may think you're pretty tough, and if you give us all a thrashing, we might think it over. But then again, we're no strangers to a hard fight.
If I break your arm, then you won't be coming here for a while, will you?
But I'm a fair fellow, so I'll make you an offer. If you enter our tournament and win, which means beating us all, then we'll go elsewhere.
If I wanted to join in, what would I have to do?
It's pretty simple. First you have to beat Weed.
So
по очереди?
That's right.
Ну так это easy.
What are you doing here?
Nothing special. Just a little evening wrestling. It's good for your back and digestion. And your...
Да блин, ну идите и деритесь в другом месте, долбоёбы. Ну, такое драться.
What did I tell you? First beat Weed. Been a pleasure.
Ай, сорняка, блин, ну давай. Я понимаю, его тупо подальше от самый слабый.
I heard that someone was looking for men will...
No, but I'm always the last to hear of anything like...
I heard you gave him quite a beating.
It's his own damn fault.
Really? He just came to tell you...
That's what he told you? Bollocks! He came of his own accord. It was him started the fuss, after he'd lost all his money.
He really tried to have a go. I wouldn't think he'd have it in him.
He tried, but he didn't have much luck. He does pack a punch.
Блин, я зря, кстати, так пошел. Надо было парней оставить просто такое. Ну, хотя, блин, надо подраться, и что за дело. Просто меня этот обманул. Блять, конь здесь. Иди отсюда, кобылка, блядь. Панч, панч. Панч, 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 панч. Ой, бля. Я надеюсь, я его не убил. Да. Че, next ты?
You'd be better off going for a good school.
I heard someone was looking...
Maybe. I work in the quarry, and they're always looking for extra...
That's not what I meant. Why did you thrash...
Because he came by one day, lost his money, and then started on about how we cheated him, and ought to...
He told me that you jumped him when he asked you to stop making a racket.
Well, that's sort of true. But he didn't start...
Да, я понимаю, что он охуел, я с ним поговорю тоже насчет этого. Ебать, опять конь. Какой же он банат. Да, он быстрый. Угол, блядь. Блин, сделайте все них в другом месте, гайс. Что купите? Ебать, что, охерел? Здесь я его не убил. Да. Ты победил. Ну, надо коня оттуда. Ну, так. Сорняка, все теперь простой. А может и не такой простой.
I've heard that someone's looking for men willing to do anything. Do you know anything about it?
If I knew you better, I might tell you. But as things stand...
Давай драться.
What went on with...
When things got lively, I wasn't here.
Let's fight.
Так, ладно.
Bad, but let's see how you do with
Так, простой. Вот этот подозрительный молодой человек.
Had enough?
Может, с тебя хватит? Мне еще понравится. Губа хочет пососать, я так понимаю. Судя по его действиям. Не, надо быстро набрать. Слышишь, ты бы уже сдался? Да. Сейчас он встанет, если мы должен поговорить серьезно, поговорить. Да, походу он уже не встанет. Так, остался пень.
I heard that someone's looking for men willing...
Willing to do anything? Meaning what? Something filthy like helping the knacker? I wouldn't know.
That's not what I meant, but alright.
Но он пидор, конечно. Ну, давай я просто сколочу.
Nothing out of the ordinary. He came to test his mettle like everyone, but he couldn't even get past young Weed. Then he started whining about getting his money back because we tricked him, so we threw him out. He came back a few times after that complaining about all the shouting.
But you didn't.
No. And when he got really annoying, he got a punch in the mouth.
Let's fight.
That wasn't been a pleasure.
Нужны быстрые хлесткие удары. Сосать. Так, с этим надо еще поговорить с простым чувачком.
I've heard that if I knew you. Bye.
Ладно. Ну давай, ты теперь кубак. Погнали.
want to fight you.
You put on quite a show. Can't say. Take care now.
Кулачный бой — это мое второе я. Мое первое я Ингри. Или Индра. Ну я не знаю, Генри, Индра. Какая разница? Не плевать мне. Бать, конечно, тут кулачный бой. Он легче, чем даже в Ведьмаке. Так. Я же его не убивал. Фух. Встал.
Do you take me for a fool?
Ну чё, все?
That was pretty good. I didn't.
You were really good. I've got to hand it to you. Most lads don't make it past me.
What's that?
There are people here looking for really tough men, and I'd say you fit the bill. So when you walk through town this evening, if there's a light in the church, go in and wait a while.
Okay.
Look here.
All right. We'll go. But if you want to fight again, you're always...
Да. Я сейчас еще прокачаю кулачный бой еще немного и посмотрим тогда, что ты будешь делать. Так, где тут кулачный бой? Может быть, здесь? Ой, без оружия. Да, он тут вообще не прокачивается, так понимаю. Ну ладно. Так, где кожевенник? Кожевенник. Спит, что ли? Как он мог спать, если ты ушел? Раз. Блин, ну я с него вдвое возьму за пиздобольство такое небольшое. Надо закупиться этим вяленым мясом. Блин, надо в реальности закупиться вяленым мясом. Ну, давай, кожевенник. В смысле, блять? А я не понял, какого хуя, блять. Тут не умыться, тут сало какое-то. Может, это другой кожевенник? торговка. Не знаю. Да пошел ты в жопу. Надо еще подождать часов. Может второй. Может тут два кожевенника? Потому что тот, по-моему, был постарше, что ли. Да. Интересно, почему этот тачек в турнирах не участвует? Я его ни разу не видел. Я бы даже ему поддался.
God be with you.
They told me a different tale. Said you went there to fight of your own free will and lost a...
I did go there at first, but they cheated. And when I caught them cheating, they beat me. And now I have to...
Я с ними уже разобрался.
If you want,
well,
perhaps we'll be able to settle things.
Maybe.
Perhaps I...
Well, farewell.
Окей, теперь я могу получить свои деньги?
I've taken care of the lads who were bothering you.
God bless you, lad. And here's something...
If anything else grieves you, just say the word.
Bye.
Хер с ним, короче.
Yeah.
Где вход? Бля, конь не пройдет. Ну ладно. Здесь же. Да. Буду ждать. Надо подождать чуть дольше. Ай, зря я отменил. Отец Фабиан.
Father, I already told you.
Блин, не, за деньги я его не верну.
Why?
A parish that's little but a ruin these days. And besides...
It isn't completely safe, but most of them are gone. How did you manage to...
I didn't. I wasn't there during the raid. I was here at South.
And why aren't you with our folks at Ratai? What if Sir...
Look, here I'm an honored guest and well cared for. In Ratai there's hardly room enough...
Короче, ясно, он пидорас, ебаный. Вы лицемер.
Do tell me, Father, why don't you like the Ratai priest exactly?
Have you never met him? Now, there's a man without any fellow feeling or moral. When he sits in judgment, he's needlessly cruel. Yet when he's censored, he whines and complains.
You're right. He really is like that. But how can you criticize him when you're turning your...
That's not the same thing as...
Это одно и то же.
Maybe not to you or him, but the people won't see it that way. You've both failed your flocks.
You can't possibly mean that. I'm nothing like
Ты
that.
такой хуже,
It
блядь.
comes down to the same thing in the end. Having a scoundrel for a priest or having nobody at all.
You're right. Of course, you're right. I should take care of my flock, no matter what.
There. You see?
And where will I live?
You can live right there at St. James. I'm sure the locals will be grateful enough to give you a roof over your head.
Well, it's true they've treated me kindly, and I do owe them.
Thank you.
Ну, наконец-то.
The people from St. James will never forget this.
Been a pleasure.
Кайф. Но все равно пидорас. 1430. Что за индульгенция, блин, надо почитать, что это. Тут же есть. Ладно, религия или христианство. Есть что-нибудь такое? Церковь. Тогда религия. Тут нету. Божий суд. Ай, ладно. Ладненько, ждем тогда. И кушать хочу. Ну, в реальности. Здесь там 76 сытость, да, но в реальности у меня где-то уже 55. Блин, хотя я не знаю, 50 это типа уже прям, грубо говоря, целый день не ел и уже дискомфорт начинается, да. Ну, значит, мне, да, где-то 55, 56. Но мне кажется, я бы никогда не... Окей. Я бы никогда не ел гадость, которая здесь есть, использовать. Что значит использовать? Угу. Ебать.
So, you've been looking for us, eh? What is it you want?
Я присоединиться хочу немножечко.
Is that so? And where did you hear that?
Taverns and the like. People talk.
Well, that's a pretty tale. But no one in any tavern told you to come here and wait, did they? So let's have it. Who told you?
Блин, нельзя сдавать. А хотя ладно, хуй с ним, с этим кулаком.
The bailiff's man told me about you. The one who runs the fight club in the quarry.
Did he now? Well, I hope you trounced him. Bastard took my money at dice.
If you want, I can give him a proper hiding, just to show you I'm serious.
Spare me the boasting. I've got a test ready for you. Let's see how you handle it before you tell us how wonderful you are.
Ну давай.
What test?
Nothing complicated. We used to take anyone who looked like they could keep their head on straight, but not now. Now you can only join if you do what we tell you.
Не повезло.
Steal something?
Nah, not theft. If you want to join us, you have to kill Pius.
Who's Pius, and why should I kill him?
That's none of your business. But I'll tell you anyway, because it's an instructive tale. Pius was one of us.
Ну, значит, это не такое уж большое преступление.
How? Did he steal something?
Yeah, that was part of it. Stole some money, ran away. Few boys died over it.
I'll have to find him first.
You don't need to find him.
Then why haven't you killed him yourselves?
It's quite a test. He's hiding in a monastery.
Нет, Святоша, я вспомнил, это один из тех ублюдков.
No, not there. Well, he would have been dead long since.
But only monks can get in there.
Just monks and pious. He's an educated bastard.
And how am I supposed to get...
You'll think of something. Maybe there's a secret passage. I've heard there's some cave underneath.
And do you have any other ideas besides secret passage?
Well, there is this one fellow been hanging around the taverns, supposed to join the monastery soon. And if he doesn't help, knock him on his ass and take anything he's got that you could use to pass yourself off.
How will I recognize Pius?
He won't have been there long. He should be the only new one there.
But what if there are others? What does he look like?
Normal. He always went about well dressed and had a fine looking dagger.
Yes, except he'll be given a robe and they'll take his knife.
Then you'll have to try and figure out which one of the novices it is and get him to betray himself. Try getting him drunk. Then send him straight to hell.
Get him drunk? In a monastery?
We're better. There's more wine there.
And do you have any other
We're not hiring stable boys. We want men.
So how many men have you already sent?
Just a handful.
And what happened to them?
Just the first one. The others turned tail.
Murders?
Murder's a sin.
Yes, it does. I'd be spilling blood.
Well then, knock him senseless. Drag him outside.
Ну, он прав. Я сделаю это.
Fine. So I've got to kill Pius. He's in the cloister, and to get into the cloister, I'll need to...
More or less.
The main thing is to kill him, isn't it?
Of course. But that's not all. All hell's gonna break loose in the monastery after the murder. So, either make sure nobody finds him, or hightail...
What else? Should I come...
No. Before you run for it, take his special dice, and bring it as proof that you killed him. And if you can get him to tell you where he hid the coin, bring that as well.
Bring his dice and the money if I find.
From the monastery, head east across the river. There'll be a swamp where you'll find a fire pit. Go there at night and light a fire. Make it nice and big and we'll show up. Take the dice and the money, and then tell you where to report. Got it?
Right, I'm to slip into the best guarded place in the entire region and kill someone. Take his dice and money.
Yeah.
Well, you can at least say a few Hail Marys for me.
And remember...
Чё, погнали. Не понял. А ключ зачем? О, я уже могу очень сложные замки взламывать. Вот это кайф. Ладно, он туда не выйдет. Куда идти-то, собственно, денб? Мне кажется, лучше рассказать, так будет правильнее. Не хочу, блин, этот факел доставать. Пошел в жопу с этим факелом. сам его достает. Там большинство без факелов ходит. Я тоже буду без факелов ходить. Кто он такой, чтобы судить меня? Не понял. Я прибыл? Здравствуйте, ребята. На службе, да? Пам, рации, кабла. Опять я в тачку зашел, но это уже привычка. Так, он не тут, что ли? Не понял. Где батя? Все-таки в замке. Так, а чем меня не пускают тогда? Ну ладно, там немного осталось, он сейчас проснется. Так. Ну, Харукас. Пиздец, конечно, ники пошли. Q, Руш, CSGO. Неплохо. Чем вышел, даже со мной не поздоровался. Блин, может быть где-то тут. Пришел нахер. О. Давайте поговорим. Блин, когда это было?
Sir, this investigation into...
What have you found out?
I tracked down a gang of robbers who recruited killers for Pribyslavitz.
That's excellent news.
So far, not much. If I'm going to infiltrate them, I have to do what they say. That means...
You have to kill a criminal to prove yourself to them?
That's not the worst of it. This Pius is hiding out in the monastery pretending to be a novice.
Good God above, that's another matter entirely. They don't let just anyone into the cloisters, and the abbot won't give up any of the novices. Secular law has no jurisdiction inside the monastery. But this is the second time that some...
What should I do with Pius once I find him?
Don't kill him. Bring him to the bailiff in Rate. He'll interrogate the man and give him a fair trial.
It doesn't sound like an easy task, sir. Getting into the cloisters...
Far from it, lad. But I have
It seems like the only way to find Pius is to join the order.
A bit of meditation and learning would do you good. If it's really the only way to get to him, then you'll have to do it. I'm sorry I can't be of much help. Take care.
Блин, отлично, да? То есть я ломаю дров, меня там посадят, а что потом? Сколько у меня? 769. Ого. Так, кушаем. Где медовуха? Сколько она там исполняет? Питательность 10. Я немного пьян, но... Я не пьян. Ну, ладно. Так. Ну чё, вот тогда таберна. Надо узнать, что там нужно. У меня есть эти приколы спокойников, блин, как они называются. Ну, вот эти белые рясы. Ой, враг. Неудача. Ну, я говорил, что будет с человеком, который в следующий раз меня остановит. Я вроде бы говорил. Это будет смерть. Может, ты хочешься? Нет? Ну ладно. Зачем тогда вам мечи, господа? Если вы их не используете. Ну чё? Надо чувачка-монаха найти, получается. Сбегает из корчмы. А ну-ка.
That's right.
Че, будешь выебываться еще? Ты меня приложил аж 2 раза. Просто сложно. Я еще кого-то задеть могу. Да, дамочка, кулаки летят налево и направо. Все? Кэрол. Ты бутер, что ли?
What am I doing talking to a pauper? Are you Carl?
I am.
I've heard that you're bound for the monastery.
Yes, it's true. But I've convinced my faithful guardian, Manfred, to give me a few more days of freedom. Mind you, he won't let me visit the brothel.
My name is Henry.
Pleased to meet you, Henry.
What if I entered the monastery?
I would give you your weight in gold, if I had any. But Manfred there, my guardian angel and caretaker, has all the... If you help me get rid of him... So what? Listen, friend, let's raise a glass. Manfred here is a sleepy... Please, get rid of him for me. I'll be with you.
Ну давай.
Vagabond.
Чё?
You're Manfred?
Indeed I am.
You must have a mighty...
There's no doubt I'd enjoy a drink. Heaven knows I deserve it. But if I dull my senses...
So let's drink together. And if you start to feel unwell...
I can see you're a reliable lad. So what shall we have? Farewell.
Давайте сыграем. Ну-ка.
You're a brave soul taking me on. I'm not used to losing.
Сколько
One ale over here, please.
Я давно не играл. Единичка выпала, подожди. 1, 2, 3, 4. Да. Как его выбрать-то? Записать. Бросить снова. Ну да.
No one ever died
Что?
from throwing dice, you know.
Что такое, видишь? Я не понял, что я сделал.
What the hell's with
Ты
these damn
лох.
dice?
Извиняюсь. Я сам лох, как бы, не признаюсь в этом. 1, 2, 3. Четверочки. Че же за фигня? Шестерки падают. Так, а где дьявольская кость? Не понял.
Over here. I'd like to order.
Ah, come on. It's time I had a throw.
Заткнись.
Not afraid of anything, eh?
Бля. Ну ладно, даже так у меня больше. У меня сотка, а у него 0.
We'll see.
Сдавайся.
Now I'm full.
Надо было сдаваться. Блин, ладно, все, играем на верочку, потому что я так могу играть целый день. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ну где пятерка? Ой, бля.
If I was in your shoes, I'd
Уебаны.
I'll have to get my own ale.
Ну окей.
Over here. I'd like to order.
Oh yeah, I like to order. Интересно, это ордер на арест или чё, типа?
Should I? Shouldn't I? No, I daren't.
Текс, 5, 5, 5, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 нет, ну ладненько. Один. Ладно, возможно, что-то хорошее выпадет. Надо было вытаскивать, кстати, ту единицу. Ну, нормально.
This'll be the one. Your turn.
Ну, ему, кстати, повезло только что. Так, стоп.
Not afraid of anything, eh?
Что мы проигрываем. 1, 2, 3, 4. Давай еще раз кинем. Может, трипла выпадет.
If I was in your shoes, I'd pass while the going's good.
Не? Ну почти, ладно. Да что такое? Мне кажется, с обычными костями мне бы больше повезло. Четверочки. Это что? Единичка? Можешь же ему 500 каждый раз падать?
This'll be the one. No luck tonight.
Кайф. Так. 2, 4, 4. Нормально. 2 хода подряд по 500. Это хорошо. Что за сволочь?
I've had
What's the hold up? Hey, Ale here.
Manfred's taken care of. Just
Thank God. He won't let me out of his sight for a second, and he's itching to get me in the monastery.
Так.
Why are you being sent to the monastery?
Like every lusty young lad, I'm fond of fair maidens, but I got too fond of one, and let's just say she was, indisposed for 9 months.
But they don't send you to the monastery for that.
They do, when it's the daughter of the lord of your feet.
Shit.
Shit is putting it mildly. The Lord of Bukover was less than pleased. He knows he'll never marry off his daughter now, so he gave father a choice. Either pay him 1,000 groschen in compensation, along with my balls on a silver platter, or pay 1,000 groschen and put me away somewhere no one will ever see me again.
Why does your guardian never leave your side?
So I don't run away. Of course, I'm free to walk around, but he watches every step I take and won't stop until I'm behind the monastery walls.
Well, he's not watching you now.
What good is that to me when he has all the money, and even my saddle and riding cloak under lock and key?
Why don't you just run away?
Bare-arsed. What the hell would I do? I don't know how to work, I have no money, and that all...
But there are poor people everywhere and they get by somehow.
If I have to choose between hunger and poverty on one hand and the monastic life on the other, I'm afraid the monastery wins. If I could only steal that old man's...
Так.
What if I entered the...
What? Voluntarily? You could only enter the monastery if you know how to read and write, and if you have a special writ from the abbot. That's a letter confirmed.
So you give me your writ?
Manfred has the writ. You'd have to take it from him, but he only puts it...
So I'll steal it, and then you can disappear.
Disappear? Bare arsed? What the...
But there are poor people everywhere, and...
If I have to choose...
That's all then.
God be with you.
Ладненько.
What?
Calm down. I don't want to...
Get lost.
Какой же он урод.
Huh.
Я на всякий случай сохранить.
What do you think you're doing?
Да, жестко. Что резко встал. Ой, ну чё, будем пробовать сейчас еще раз.
Hail for me.
На этот раз все хорошо. Погнали.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I've got what you need.
Excellent. Give me the purse.
Here you are.
Good luck, no matter what you plan on doing with those monks. Best be on your...
And what are you going to do?
Get my things together and disappear. I want to be... Farewell.
Удачи. Че, погнали тогда в монастырь? Че? И читать, писать умею. Получается, меня примут. Ну, там книжку надо было еще одну украсть. Кстати. Так, почему показывается метка там, либо туда? А, все нормально.
I'm Carl. I'm supposed to...
We expected you sooner. Weren't you supposed to come here with your guardian? It's been so hectic lately.
He gave me the papers and left me at the gate. You must be used to that, though. I'm not the first novice here, am I?
But that wasn't very considerate of him, was it? It's been so hectic here lately, novices arriving one after the other. The last one didn't even have a letter, and you'd think his backside was on
Так, ну
fire.
это
The way
святош.
he kept looking over his shoulder.
You took him without the letter? You didn't find that suspicious?
My guess is he wanted to hide from someone. But he's a priest and knows how things work in the monastery. So there was nothing to prevent him from being accepted.
Охеренно, а меня почему не
You're a
пустить?
different case, though. Are you able to read?
Naturally. I wouldn't be here otherwise.
So then, are you ready to enter the Order of St.
Да.
I am.
Then you must rid yourself of all your worldly possessions. Sell them or give them to the poor and needy, or don't. Inside the gatehouse is a trunk in which you will find monk's robes. Put away all your possessions and dress yourself in the habit. Then you may rest a while I go and see the prior to arrange matters for your acceptance.
Блин, и тут приора, что ли? Так и куда мне? Вопрос. Куда идти? А вот, типа, это место, так сказать.
Strange feeling being without all of that. I didn't realize how much I could.
Блин, надеюсь, я их возьму обратно.
Everything's prepared. It's time for you to take your vows.
Do I really have to wear this?
You'd better get used to it. You'll be wearing it for the rest of your life.
Пиздец, я уже такой совершенный петушок. Ну а чё? Всю жизнь, так сказать, уже рыцарем побывал. А тут... Ебать, началось. Ну, тогда с 5 было. Вот этот третий оказался мне довольно подозрительным. Он взгляд скрывает свое видение, он смотрит куда-то в пол. Это...
Brothers in Christ, we have gathered here today to welcome a new novice into our midst. Dear brother, forget your former life and embrace your new vocation in the community of the monks of St. Benedict. Opus Dei, obedientia, obprobria, the service of God, obedience, and endurance of all discomfort. These are the cornerstones and succor of our order, which on this day shall become your own.
Слава Украине!
Suscipe me, Domine, secundum eloquium tuum et vivam, et non confundas me ab expectatione mea.
Suscipe me, Domine, secundum in loquium tuum vivam, et non confundas me ab expectatione me.
Что он эгрится немного.
Accept your new name, Brother Gregor, and wear it with honor. Welcome, brother.
Генри, Григорий. Ну, нормально. Блин, нормально. Я бы это всю жизнь здесь бы прожил, если честно. Ну, типа, а чё нет? Парни такие целуются. Нормально.
Welcome, brother. I am Antonius, a novice like you. I've been instructed to guide you around the monastery and tell you what you can expect and what your duties will be.
Yeah.
Thanks for helping me out during the ceremony. I had no idea what I was supposed to do.
Возможно, это он и есть тоже.
You don't know Latin, do you? Don't worry. Work in the scriptorium will teach you fast enough. Why exactly are you here? Was it your choice? Or did someone force you to come?
It was my choice. For a common lad like me, it's the easiest way to get an education and do something worthwhile with my life.
It looks like we're both here for the same reason. I think we'll get along.
Would you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a novice and I'm here because I'd make a poor merchant. I like books and I want an education. Although I must say, so far the monastic life's been quite unexpected.
Let's go then.
Good. But before we do, here's a letter directly from the prior telling you all your regular duties from tomorrow onwards. Make sure to read it this evening, so you know how things work. Right, we can go now. Follow me closely. I'll explain everything as we go. Remember one
Погнали.
discipline. It's your job to work and pray. You serve the Lord now, not your own bodily needs.
Добрый день. Угу. Здрасте.
This is the way to the dormitory, where we all sleep. You'll find a free bed there, which is now yours.
Today's food.
Do you know the first thing the monastery taught me?
What do they do in that kitchen?
To appreciate sleep.
I'll bet they keep the
We rise
tastiest
before dawn
morsels
every
for
day.
themselves and give
Takes
us
a bit of getting used to.
Ну, тут красиво, кстати. Really красиво.
This is the garden, a place for silent contemplation and meditation. Centuries ago, this monastery was founded by the most esteemed of brothers, Saint Procopius. His earthly remains can be found in a cave under the monastery, and his spirit wanders the corridors at night, punishing any misbehaving novices. So beware. Here are the frattery and scriptorium, together with the library. These are the places where we work. Ora et labora. Pray and work. As a novice, you must always listen to your superior brethren. And above us monks are the prior and the cicatas, who punish every infraction. You'll know them by the canes they carry. Do what they say. This is the refectory, where we come together to eat. During meals, you must be silent. Only one brother reads aloud from the Rule of Saint Benedict.
The rule is the only law we recognize, with the exception of those from God himself. If you break any of its precepts, expect a swift punishment.
Да, жестко, хуже, чем в армии, походу. О, это библиотека.
Library.
the pride of our monastery, a trove of learning. We don't just read books here, we also copy them.
Мне как раз нужна одна.
We'll learn how. And that's all. Today you are still free from duty, but tomorrow if you need anything, ask any of the brothers. We'll be glad to help you. And I recommend you get to know the other novices. You already know me. Then there is Siskin, Yodok, and Lukas.
Thanks for showing me around. There's a lot to learn here.
Не буду пока ничего рассказывать.
Will you tell me something about yourself?
There's not much to tell. I lived in Vlashim, and after my father died, I found out I wasn't much of a merchant.
Ладно, этот чел вроде бы нормально.
There's food and...
So you chose to come here?
It may seem strange, but I'm one of the few novices that did.
Так, ну я у него отмычки просить не буду. Он вроде тупо реально true фанат этой всей темы.
Forbidden
Don't
books
even
must
look
be
at
in
that
that
cabinet.
cabinet.
It contains forbidden books. What would you like?
Так.
I'm Gregor, a novice.
I know. But I've no time for idle chat. I transcribe books from...
What, you do nothing else?
It is my penance and my blessing. And now...
Да, нормально. Всегда ночью надо будет прийти. Блин, так у меня отмычек нет, да, я так понимаю? Да, ну ладно, надо список дел посмотреть. Так, 3 утра, начало дня, 4 утра, заутреннее. Что такое заутреннее? Ой, что такое заутреннее? Так, это типа молитва. 6 утра совместная трапеза, 8 утра работа в трапезной. Работа в библиотеке. 4 дня. Дневная молитва. Так, стоп. Дневная молитва вечером. 6. Так, ну, вроде бы нормально. В 3 надо проснуться. Ну чё, го побегаем, посмотрим, что тут. Сколько время-то? Уже почти ночь. Ничек нет. Так, тут нельзя быть. Прошу. Я бы их всех украл, но смысл. Так. С Антонием мы уже знакомы. Это кто? Монах.
Ah, Gregor.
Блин, это тупо.
I'd like to ask...
Can you leave?
Where would you go? You have everything you need here.
What can you tell me about the novice?
What can I say? You're here to demonstrate your devotion to God and to...
I meant something specific about the brother.
But you know them yourself. Yodok is an odd one, but he's diligent and eager. Perhaps too eager. Siskin is good company.
Так, Чиж, Йодок.
A bit too worldly for a monk.
Так.
Antonius is hard-working and will help with anything, but prays less than he ought. Lucas
Вот
is as
Лукаш,
quiet as a
Лукаш
mouse,
самый
and no
подозрительный.
one knows much about him. And then we have you. About who I know nothing.
Так. Слушайте, давайте чисто по рофлу спросим. Я сохранюсь. Сейчас спросим, типа, а что если я хочу что-нибудь украсть?
Praise be to Christ.
Listen, brother. Is there anyone in the monastery who can help me get...
Supposing, of course just hypothetically, you wanted to get something like that, I'd turn to Brother Salarius. They say he used to be a burglar.
Так, окей. Оказывается, так и надо было сделать. Келать. И где он ходит, бродит? Пожилой брат. Келлер. Так, ну давайте заглянем. Так, это очень сложно. Монах. А где он? О. Так, с Лукашем надо поболтать.
I'm Gregor, a novice. I know. It was hard not to notice you. And you are? Lucas, also a novice. Don't get upset, but I don't want to talk to you.
Ну окей. Тут еще больше подозрений.
My name's Gregor.
You can call me Siskin. Now, are you here of your own free will, or is this a punishment?
Did you say purgatory?
You'll see soon enough.
Yeah.
Will you tell me something about...
Look, nothing against you, but I prefer not to...
Are you hiding something?
I'm hiding a lousy past that I'd rather forget. I hate to think of all I lost when they stuck me in here. And also because I really hate the question, aren't you the son of the famed Sir Smil Flashka Pardubitz? I was rich and I had everything.
Так, окей.
But then my father began to feel his time approaching, so he decided to send a son to the monastery. And, being the youngest, the lot fell on me. I've no head for managing the estate, and they said I'd squander it. Can you imagine? Me, in a monastery.
What's your plan with...
To get out of here as soon as I can. I'll wait another year or two until my hot-headed brothers cool off a bit, and then I'll...
But you didn't have to come here.
No, not if I didn't mind being left to beg alms by the...
Okay.
That's...
Please, keep it to yourself.
Will you
Look, nothing against... I hate to think of all I... And also, I was rich and I had everything. I've no head for managing the estate, and they said I'd squander it.
Yeah.
What's your plan?
To get out of here as soon as I can. I'll wait another year or two.
But you didn't have to...
No, not if I didn't mind being left to beg alms by the city gate. I had one choice: the monastery or nothing.
Так, ну окей, да.
Please.
Да, окей, все круто.
I'd like to ask you something. Are there any rifts?
Yes. From the moment talk began about electing a new abbot, it's been like a hornet's nest.
Tell me something about
Abbot Peter is old. When he dies, they'll have to select a new abbot from amongst the brethren. The candidates are John and Nevlas, and if you ask me for my opinion, Nevlas is definitely the right man. Fortunately, no.
Tell me something about
Work, prayer, work, prayer.
What are the...
Someone takes care of the library, someone else the guard, but it's the circators you should worry about. They can be quite strict, so if you want to avoid getting punished...
Окей,
Well, that's
конец, наверное. Давай еще поговорим. Были какие-то другие варианты.
How is it that you don't get any penance for missing more?
I've paid off the circators to turn a blind eye. And the other monks don't notice as long as you show your face there from time to time.
I'm still curious.
It's no big terrible secret. Really, it isn't. I just go and read during services. There's no time otherwise. I mean, at other times I don't get to read.
Actually, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm still curious about...
It's no big terrible secret. Really, it isn't. I just go and read during services. There's no time otherwise. I mean, at other times...
Actually, I don't...
Так, все, окей. Этот чел дал мне максимум, и он хорош.
I'm telling you, someone's been creeping around in the corridor at night. What am I saying? Creeping? He was stomping about like a bear.
Так, может, с ставщиком поговорить.
I know. I saw you in the church during ceremony. I have the feeling we'll be...
What does that mean?
I make sure everyone observes the rule, does their work, and that...
when it's not the way it should be?
Then we're authorized to mete out punishment. But certainly you won't require...
I'd like to ask...
Пусть рассказывает. Раз это его работа.
7 centuries ago, the fund...
Do you never want...
And what should be...
Who would you like?
The old abbot isn't dead yet. It's too early to talk about elections.
Так. У меня остались деньги? Нет, денег нет. Ну-ка. Почему я не могу писать? Не, ладно. Я могу писать. Нет, страницу, вырванную из книги, я взял. Что темно. Блин. Да, без отмычки будет тяжеловато. Тихо, вообще ничего не видно. Куда идти-то? Так. Редиска. Мне бы...
You've seen us drinking here, so either join in or swear you won't tell a soul. You wouldn't want to end up like Lucas now, would you?
А чё с Лукашем?
All right.
That's more like it.
Чё с Лукашем? Вот в чем вопрос.
Quite right, brother. Just sit down and drink with us. When the wine runs out, Yodok will fetch more. Gregor, talk to me.
What are you doing here?
What does it look like?
But we're all
youngster. When you're as old as I, you'll understand.
Why not? I've had enough of
That's what we like to hear.
Так.
I'd like to ask. Let's drink.
That's the idea.
How about to the abbot?
To the abbot it is.
Так, за Петра. За Петра.
Peter.
So, to Peter. He's done so much for us.
Так.
You mentioned Yodok. What does he do for you?
Nothing much. He's just a little suckling like you. He'll do whatever it takes to stay on our good side. Sometimes we make use of him when there are.
Where'd you get the wine from? I thought the
So they are, but this wine isn't from them. Listen, lad, would you help us out with something? This cask is almost empty, and we need a new one.
I'll help you.
Ha, I knew it. Help novice Yodok arrange for a new cask. Talk to him first.
All right, I'll talk to him.
Так.
Let's drink.
That's the idea.
How about to the abbot?
To the abbot it is.
To Peter.
So, to Peter.
Так.
I found this piece.
I've no idea.
Ну, сыграем.
Just the man we've been waiting for.
А на что играем-то? Там шестерки. Блин, показалось там 3 шестерки. Но... Мне всего лишь показалось. Ну вот черт. Блин. Ой, преимущество. 2-2. Блин, у меня говно какое-то выпало. Будем честны, говно. Говнецо. Мне нужно 1000. Сейчас. Да, хуй мне не 1000. Дэн. Явно не первый день играет. А он еще выкинул? Ну, это было слишком опрометчиво с его стороны. Ай, блин, опять, блин, нихуя. Дайте хорошую кость какую-нибудь, а? Давай, троечку какую-нибудь, ну. Ладно. Жирнич какой-то. Ну как так-то, ё-моё? Ну-ка закинь еще. Ну ладно. Ну, мне осталось 900 там. Оу. Неплохо. Но я не хочу быть догоняющим. Это плохо. Отлично. Fuck yeah. Вот еще закинем. Так, вижу 4, 5, и 5 единицы. Ну, блин, ладно, рискнем. Рискнем. Сколько нам надо еще? 50. Совсем немножечко. Нормально. Должно хватить. Да. Чё, гайс, я погнал. Где бы отмычку достать? Здесь факел. Факел — это хорошо. Чё, давайте наверх тогда. Спать.
No, clear off. Let me sleep.
А, ладно, буду спать. До 3 сказали, да? Удобство кровати, конечно, не самое лучшее. Ну, если честно, иногда хочется поспать на полу. Мне иногда бывает такое желание. Да. Че, встаем, братья, встаем. Слушайте, так можно же украсть. Кстати. Да ладно, ну это бред. Ну что это такое? Что, красть нельзя получается? Бред. Бред. Не круто. Здорово можно. Книги ебучие. А вот у Лукаша нельзя ничего украсть. Странно. Что это? Нихуя не видно. Документы Ульриха. Кто такой Ульрих? Это уже 3, блин, чё не встают? Наебали. А, я молитвенник спиздил. Выкинуть, наверное. Что такое, блин, мы же договорились. Список повседневных дел. 3 утра. 3 утра, начало дня. Ну так 3 уже. Встаем, ребята. Еще послушники. Можно попытаться у них. У чижа, например, спиздить кое-что. Что у нас тут? Херня, книжка какая-то. Бублик. Чиж чистый. Блин, все чистые, что ли? Может, Антоний? Не чист. У него вообще ничего нет. Ну, странненько. Так, у тебя ключ. Хорошо. Так, ну уже 3 часа. Я не знаю, почему они еще не встали. Дождь идет. факел бы мне пригодился, конечно. Я первый. Угу. Так. Какие мне вообще задачи сейчас стоят? Гайс, давайте быстрее. Добрый день, Приора. Добрый день. И сколько это будет длиться? До 6? Меня не накажут, то что я тут использую эту тему. Скорее всего, не должны. Все. Так, уставщик Иоанна.
Can't you see we're at map?
Ладно, после службы так после службы. Опа.
Salve Domini.
Так, теперь-то служба закончилась. Йодок.
Greetings, brother.
Greetings to you, brother. I'm Yodok, the oldest of the novices. I hope
trouble.
You're young, perhaps intemperate. You might easily stray from the rules of the order.
Блин, так он бочонок должен достать.
I'm interested in Luke.
Nobody knows much about Lucas. He keeps himself to himself. If you ask me, he's got...
Do you have any grounds for suspect?
quite a lot. And also none at all. The circuitous who make the rounds despise him, and they'd never punish anyone without cause.
Do you know anything about...
Only that he came to the monastery voluntarily, because he didn't want to work in his father's shop. Antonius is alright. You can rely... He's always happy to help, which is more than...
What can you tell me about...
Oh, he's always got a smile on the new friend. But I reckon he don't belong in the monastery. He spends more time dreaming... I'm surprised he hasn't been thrown out already. If it was up to me...
Sounds like you don't...
I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him. Believe me, Gregor. He's hiding something from us. In fact...
Так.
I was talking...
Hey, well...
I'd like to help you.
To get hold of the wine, we'll have to leave the monastery for a bit. I know if wine started going missing here, someone would notice. But to leave the monastery, we need the keys. And only the prior...
Wait a moment. Are you saying I'm supposed to steal the prior's keys?
You see why I don't want to do it myself now, do you? I don't have what it takes. I can't get those keys, but you could. Oh, or you might be able to pick the locks.
But you've done it once before, haven't you? How can I get hold of the keys?
I don't know, but it might be possible to do this without them. Brother Celerius, the cellar keeper, used to be a burglar.
Кто такой Келарь и как его найти?
No, but he could give some advice, or maybe get some lockpicks to open the gate.
If you think so, I can try.
Once you have the key or some lockpicks, come and see me and we'll make our plan.
Listen, there's something I ought to tell you. There's a dangerous criminal...
Ha! I knew it! He's a villain. Who are you, though? Oh, it's better not to ask, is it?
Never mind that. Who's a villain?
That's Siskin. I always thought he was an odd one, the way he carries on. But now it makes perfect sense. He's a...
You mean his not going to morning prayers?
So you noticed that too?
Actually...
I think when you take a closer look at Siskin, you'll find...
Actually... you've got the wrong end of the stick. That has...
You think so? He definitely act...
That's what I'm trying to find.
What are you going to do to that fellow?
That's not your concern.
You should talk to the circuitous or the prior about...
Так. Где брат Келарь? Это кто вообще такой? Но это явно Лукаш. Все ведет именно к нему. Где трапезная? Кайся, быстрее.
For the obedience given to superiors is given to God. For if the disciple obeys with an ill will and murmur,
Сесть не могу, что ли? Здесь сесть. Нету супа. Я тоже есть хочу супчик. Грязь. Я тоже хочу есть. Может тут? Ну охуенно. И где мне сесть? А мне? Я тоже есть хочу. Может, я тоже хочу шоколад? Вот брат Келлер.
What is it, brother?
I'm looking for some.
And what?
I'm looking for
lock picks.
I'd like to practice.
Well, why not? So you heard I used to be a burglar, did you? I put it all behind. I'll trade them for food. Get me a bite to eat, and you can have.
Okay. О, есть. Можно здесь. Отлично. Я, конечно, ногой в суп попал. Бать ложка. Кушай, кушай. Под рэпчик кушать такое. Нечестно. Ну ладно, давай скипнем немножечко. Так, надо украсть приколы. Не, ладно, мне, блин, прям интересно, кто... Кто святоша?
The well disposed in those.
Ладно, короче, святоша это Антоний. Да, бля. Не-не-не, не нарушай, кушай. А, нет, блин, не кушай, иди. Что делать? Так, у него, наверное, надо спросить, что делать.
I know. I saw you at the ceremony. My name...
That means you get to leave the monastery?
No, not at all. I just...
I'm here to work.
Excellent. I've been waiting for you. Today it's your task to concoct 2 potions to aid digestion. Once you finish them, you'll find me somewhere nearby. Don't forget to let...
Так, пищеварение. Две ромашки и одна мятка, это что ли? Петушок? Ну, по-моему, от пищеварения вот. Вот это от тяжести в животе было. Вот. Спиртное, горсть мяты и 2 горсти ромашки. Измельчить ромашку, положить в синюю. Ну окей. Не так уж тяжело вроде. Так а где мне достать-то приколы? Или я могу типа вот... Блин, ща. Я не особо понял. Ладно. Сейчас посмотрим. Так, 2 ромашки, мята. Окей. Тут можно открыть. Все есть. Херня какая-то. Нужно. Повязка. Ладно. Так. Ромашку надо измельчить. Ну, бери. Ступка. Ну, можешь взять ромашку? Так. Так, окей, спиртное. Ну, масло, спиртное, окей. Добавили. Теперь ромашка. Надо измельчить. Ступка. Ну, короче, вот так по одной сделаем. Так, все, это туда вот. Еще ромашечки. Потом мяту, 1 оборот кипятим и все. Так. Че, нормально? У меня я 2 сделал. Окей.
What is it, brother?
I finished my work.
Show me what you've... Spectacular, Gregor. You've found your talent.
Отлично. Все. Я могу идти.
What do you desire?
Да ё-моё.
Is there any way I...
What would you like to do? Climb up the tower and shout...
Not exactly.
Так.
Should I find out for you what's going on, Rat?
Let me make this clear. I want to base my candidacy on putting...
Very good then.
Thank you, brother.
Может, типа просто закрысить этих ребят. Я тоже себе пил. С другой стороны. Так. Сколько сейчас время? Ну, до 12 надо сейчас подождать. Ну, давай. Сейчас приду.
Credo in un Deum, Patrem omnipotentum creatorem caeli et terrae.
Так, ну что, тут закончили, уже можно идти? Надо отраву сделать, кстати. Так, противоядие. Отрава. И противоядие тоже надо сделать. На угря у меня нет. Мухомор, полынь, белладонна. Тут нету. Что за мешочек? Ну сколько еще ждать? Туда.
Brother, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you?
Yeah.
I had other affairs that needed to be attended to.
Really? Fine then.
Что за говнюк? Это кто сейчас? Я бегу туда, как я могу оказаться в другом месте? Ай, бля. Где эта библиотека-то, ё-моё? Ну, не тут библиотека, значит выше. А, вот, нормально.
Praise be to Christ.
I'm here to work.
Good. This is most likely the first time you've ever done this in your life. But it's easier than you think. Here's the original, and here are the blank parchments on which you'll copy what you read in the original.
Don't even look at that cabinet. It contains forbidden books.
Слышь, может ты просто сдрыснешь отсюда? Вариант. Ну и где мне сесть? А вот, чуть переписывать. Ай, блин. Там точно урана. Может это Орадо все-таки? Ну типа... Так, ладно, сосредоточимся. Блин, ну... Диктопаны, дюкта, пурита. Блин, ну пурита это как-то не круто. Но, блин, Панна тоже не подходит. Панама тоже не подходит. Пурита, возможно. Ну, это не R. Бля. Ну, последний точно Урану. Или Урада все-таки. Ну, по-моему, Урана. Точно не второй вариант получается. По-моему, первый вариант. Все-таки. Не знаю. Короче, пусть будет третий. Ой, бля. Деанубиц Фантус Отта. Да хуй с ним, короче. Я устал. От этого. Так, а где смотреть? Тут вообще непонятно, где смотреть. А вот сверху, наверное. А тумор... Блин, вообще непонятно. Тумонная, по-моему, вот это тумор. По-моему, это Т, а не Л. По-моему, тут первый вариант. Хотя, блин, Т. Бля, хуй знает. Тут это лимоны. Обоссут меня сейчас. Скорее всего, обоссут. Ай, мне. Не знаю, не знаю.
Can you read at all? I've never.
Репутация повысилась, найс.
Talk to me, brother.
I found this piece of parchment.
It appears.
Ovid? What is that?
Not what, but who? Ovid was a great
Dick.
Roman poet. We have a... Now I believe I can guess what happened. Brother Eustace, maybe
Пусть земля ему
slightly
будет
on him,
пухом.
was quite narrow. If he'd had
Так.
his way, all such books would have been burned.
Where should I look?
If I knew, I wouldn't have asked you to do it. The pages of the...
Oh.
Absolutely. I imagine he had...
Good.
Thank you, brother.
Can you...
The art of love.
I found a few pages of the tour.
Wonderful. Keep looking then.
Get away from my cabin. The books stood in there aren't for your eyes to see.
Что теперь делать? Давайте посмотрим. После библиотеки. Дневная молитва. То есть в 16 дневная молитва. Я могу уйти? Окей. Очень интересно, очень интересно. Так.
I'm a new brother.
Welcome amongst us. Yes, yes. The Lord wants... How do you like it here?
It's wonderful here.
I'm glad to hear it. May your...
I'd like to ask you something about... Who's in charge?
Abbot Peter is the administrator of the monastery, but you won't see him. He's always traveling and on...
And what happens when the old...
Then we elect a new...
Will you...
Of course. Abbot Peter...
Anyone can become...
Precisely. I know that some...
punishment for sin makers avoid evil works. Therefore,
Peace be with
since the spirit of silence is so important, permission to speak should rarely be granted even to perfect disciples, even though it be for good, holy, edifying conversation. For it is written, in much speaking you will not escape
Praise
sin.
be to Christ, brother.
And in another place, death and life
I'd like to ask you
for speaking and teaching belong
about you in the.
Ask me anything?
Tell me something about Neb.
Nevertheless is weak and toothless. He's full of hot hair. How anyone could think he'd make a good abbot is beyond.
I'd like to know what's going on here.
Well, the young brothers feel they don't have the same rights and responsibilities as we, who have spent much of our lives here. And what of it? Privilege needs to be earned. Nevertheless is lying when he says he wants to right wrongs. All he cares about is...
I'd like to help.
I am convinced Nevertheless must have done something that would
So I should dig something up on him.
Exactly. But I doubt you'll have any luck. Nevertheless is too...
Here the prophet shows that if the spirit of silence
Once
lead us at times to refrain even from good speech.
I'm not really interested.
Then why are you wasting...
Punishment for sin make us avoid evil works. Therefore,
I'd like to help.
I'm...
So
He went...
speak should rarely be granted even to perfect disciples, even though it be for good,
Thank you.
holy, edifying conversation. For it is written,
What did you want?
Dig up some dirt on Never...
escape sin. And in another place, death and life are in the power of the tongue. For speaking and teaching belong to the master. The disciple's part is to be silent and to listen. And for that reason, if anything has to be asked of the superior, it should be asked with all the humility and submission inspired by reverence.
It's that touching, is it?
Touching? More like infuriating. A horrible, abominable waste of part. No respect for rights.
What do you desire?
I'd like to. Are there ever any?
Unfortunately...
I understand.
Someone's been creeping round the corridor at night.
It's a wonder the prior doesn't check everyone's breath. He'll soon get his man.
Salve Domini. Ah, Gregor.
About those
Did you get them? Key?
Not yet.
Well, hurry up then.
What troubles you?
I'm looking for...
And what?
I'm looking for...
Lock picks?
I'd like...
Well, so you heard. I'll trade.
I'd like to discuss the...
What's the meaning of this?
Go away.
Have you been
Novices
possessed by an
aren't
evil
allowed
spirit?
here.
Praise be to Christ. I'm no priest.
I'm here in the monastery.
You don't say.
That's not important.
Why are you telling me this anyway?
Perhaps you could help me...
The missing thief?
I know.
3? No one knows anything about... Don't fret, my friend.
I know you're pious.
So you're finally sure? Tell me, Gregor, or Carl, or whatever your true name is. What do you want to...
I don't know.
Well, at least you're prepared to think and not just play bloodhound for a pack of nobodies. And I'm glad...
I don't want to be like the people I'm looking for. If I have to kill, it should be for a reason, not because I enjoy it.
Aye, I was a bandit, and I was at Nyhoff. I've robbed and stolen. What I saw at Nyhoff made me realize my life.
So the evildoer changes his ways and
Both of us can leave this place. You can go back to your people, and I can go somewhere where I can live out my life in peace.
You're right.
But they won't if we're clever about it. Before we make a run for it, we'll make it look like someone's killed me. Loads of blood, a tattered scrap of my habit, and there we'll split up. You go for your bout.
Good. Let's do it your way.
Good. I'm glad that despite our initial discord, we could reach an agreement. Here, take something to calm your stomach.
And where am I supposed...
You'll find a parchment in the kitchen with a list of ingredients on it. All the things they're ordering. Add blood for making soup to the list. And when it's delivered the next day, take it before anyone notices.
What are you going to do?
I need to get ready for a long journey. Prepare supplies, get some normal clothing somehow. That sort of thing.
What do I need the keys to the...
How else will we get out? This place...
Getting the keys won't be easy.
I know, but Brother Celerius is a reformed thief. I'll bet he still has a few lockpicks lying about. Or there's the hard way. Steal the keys from the prior.
They both sound hard to me. All right, that's everything.
Excellent. And Gregor?
Salve Domine.
What do you desire, Brother Gregor?
Блин, не знаю. О, кайф. И это продам, естественно. Говорить корзину. 6 сделок. Кайф. Теперь главное не проебать все. Так.
Talk to me, brother.
I'd like to ask...
Вы с ними не разговаривали?
I'm interested. You're not alone. Everyone's so.
Why? What's wrong? I'd be interested.
I don't like to speak ill of people. He's one they all.
Короче, ладно, все, пока. Пока-пока. Так. Сейчас. 1 seconds. Ладно, гайс, я пойду покушаю, наверное, сегодня все. Я не думал, что тут настолько большой квест. Все.